Birmingham were awful. Adam convinced me otherwise.
I don't think I can. For once, I don't think I can. I think there's nothing to say really, was there? Everyone watched the performance on Friday night. It was on Sky and it was utterly embarrassing.
Yeah. Coventry didn't really need to get out of second gear, did they? What would you put that down to? I mean, we'll talk. We won't talk about Wayne Rooney yet. Let's talk about the players that were out there. What what went wrong for the goals? I mean, the first goal was schoolboy.
I don't know. He just lost it cheap in midfield, and then one of the lads, Bielik, who's usually a good centre midfielder. Well, people say he's one of the best in the league. Well, he wasn't showing that on Friday night. He just trots back without even trying, and they leave him 2v1 at left back. And next minute, Callum O'Hare's dancing into the box, and he toe pokes it again past the keeper that I think should be doing better. But same things every week.
Rooney's comments in the after game, and I mean, his comments for me just he looked like a man broken on Sky. Obviously you were at Coventry, so you might not have seen it yet, but he looked like a man who just hasn't got the answers for a problem which he didn't know he was going to get. And amongst all of it, he said we had two players marking one man in the area. We can't keep doing that. I mean, you're 8 games in. Who's coaching the defense of this team? And I mean, it's not even League Two level, is it? Man for man marking or zonal marking in the box. Right. Is this the player's fault now, or is this, and I say management, including the coaching staff here, something ain't right? Are you convinced more now that it's what happens on the training field?
Listen, Wayne Rooney's one of the best players that's ever been produced by this country. He knows his stuff. He knows how to play the game. But these players are definitely down tooling. There's no two ways about it. They're just obviously not buying into what he wants to do. But then again, like I've been saying time and time again, these players aren't good enough. They're another couple of years older. We started with Ruddy in goals, Mark Roberts at centre-back, Lucas Djukovic up front, both the right-backs injured. The captain, the centre-back, decides he doesn't want to play. He's hurt his foot in the middle of the night and says he can't play. Again, it doesn't matter what manager you put there. We weren't going to get a result at Coventry with that squad. Was not going to get a result.
How long do you give him now then? So he's going to get January, isn't he? There's no risk, there's no danger at all. He's going to get the sack.
I said he will get January, but it's a results business at the end of the day, isn't it? And we're 8-9 games in now, 1 win, 1 draw. The rest, the losses as well. That's the problem at the minute. We're not losing where you think, we was unlucky there, or that didn't quite happen. We're just getting battered. It's like men v kids on the pitch at times. It's utterly embarrassing. I'd like to think, I'd say he's definitely got January. They've just given him a 3.5-year deal. He ain't even done half the year out of that 3.5-year deal yet. So they'll definitely give him January.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because if you're going to back him, you've got to back him in January with some cash. There's no good just giving him till January and not supporting him. Is there money to do that, or are we still under financial fair play, do you think?
Yeah, but again, like I say, I think we're too close to financial fair play at the minute. I don't think we can do that. So I don't think they can back him that as much as what he needs. Let's face it. I think maybe a couple of loans, but a small buy here or there. It's about getting some of these big earners out the door, some of these big earners that are League One players on ridiculous money. It's embarrassing what we're playing some of these players.
How much are you looking over your shoulder, or how much are the terraces looking over their shoulder, given that QPR and Sheffield Wednesday keep picking up results?
Got it now. You got it. We're the worst informed team in the league, probably in the country at the minute, and all the teams below us are winning. And like I said, I don't think this squad's good enough. I don't think there's far too many just average players in this squad, and they're looking like they're down tooling. That's the worrying sign for me, that these players just down tool every time with the manager, and yet we keep changing the manager. At some point, you've got to change the players.
What about those people that have commented on previous videos that say, yeah, I hear all that and I agree with you, but Eustace was getting a tune out of these, didn't win every game, but would have beaten Rotherham, would have probably put in a more of a spirited fight against Coventry. What do you say to those people?
But of course you can do that when you sit 10 men behind the ball and you have your centre midfielders sitting on the toes of your centre halves. And yeah, we will defend well, and we will be hard to break down. But do we score much? No, we never really scored many. We never looked like breaking teams down ourselves. Again, there was a lot of games with Eustace that we were very lucky in. And you know, look at the end of last season. Like I've said before, the last 22 games of last season, he only won 6 of them. People keep forgetting that he wasn't this Pep Guardiola of the league that everyone makes out.
All right. Dare we preview the Leicester game with you?
Yeah, it's going to be a cricket score, this one, isn't it?
Well, it's a Monday night game, isn't it? So the world's going to be watching again. It's at home. And do you know what? I'm not convinced with this Leicester side. I know other people are, but I've watched them. They're vulnerable if you get at them. But will he get at them, or will is he just going to sit back?
Listen, any centre half coming up in our league and sees Lucas Djukovic in the starting 11, you can go and stand 20 yards further up the pitch because he ain't going to outrun you and he ain't going to give you much of a tug or fight in the game anymore. And they've also got the Jamie Vardy, haven't they? So the whole Rooney Vardy scenario with the wags behind the scenes, that'll add the spice to it. Yeah, I'm sure Vardy gets himself up to games very, very well, doesn't it? Unfortunately, Rooney can't get himself on the pitch and add any spice to the game.
Okay, give us a score prediction then for Blues against Foxes, if you dare.
So I always like to try and throw myself out there and say we'll get a result, but honestly, 3 or 4-0 to Leicester, easy. It'll be a walk in the park for them.
All right, mate. I appreciate your honesty anyway. I know you're coming to lots of criticism online, and I know lots of people have commented on our channel about who is this guy and does he know what he's talking about. But you know, there were a few people last week who commented that said, "I agree with him. Give Rooney time. You can't change the manager again." And it is these players. So, you know, you aren't on your own, as we found out last week. So thank you to everyone who's commenting and supporting Adam. And to those who don't, well, keep on making your points. All right. Cheers for that, Adam. Thank you.